Welcome everyone to the Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. Our celebration service is beginning now. Here's Reverend Dr. Rita and Reverend Dr. Patrick.
I'm here. Okay, so welcome everyone. I guess you know who we are because he just introduced us, and I think we know everybody here pretty much. Yeah.
God, that applause is really nice. I didn't want to interrupt your conversations.
It's all right. It's all good. So let's take a deep breath. Bring all our energy.
Let's let some air out and
Feel that beautiful breeze. Feel the beautiful Aina. Feel the beautiful life that is right here where we are. There is no separation. It is breathing us, living us. We are life itself. We bring that life here today, that individuality, and also that collective life that we all share. And I am so grateful for today and for being here at Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, for everyone that has shown up. I really, truly always believe it's a divine appointment that we've all agreed to be here to lift consciousness. So I know that is what we do today. Lift consciousness, not just for ourselves individually, collectively, but for our whole planet. In fact, our whole universe. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. So I am so grateful as I release this word, as I let it go, as we affirm together.
And so it is.
All right. Thank you. So now we're going to introduce Kyle. Thank you. And Luis for our opening song.
Yeah.
Owen.
Stop my soul. I'll listen to some rock and roll. No cares wrong with me. I'm making a beautiful day. Gonna drive my car to the sea. Soon I'll fall 'cause I've been waves will wash the gray away. Making a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, my, I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget that we're alive. Gonna climb that hill behind my house. See what this place is all about. 'Cause from above it all, you can't help but say it's gonna be a beautiful day. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Let me hear you say, my, I'm learning to fly. Hey, hey, what's that you say? Let's not forget we're alive. Gonna turn my forget that we're alive.
All right. We're awake and alive. Ah,
Wow.
thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Louise. So grateful. So grateful. We haven't seen. It was.
It was,
Yeah,
and
you
it
all
is.
were magnificent. You were all magnificent. All right.
Does it feel like we're at a spiritual bar? It's like, yeah! I
All
love
right.
it. Yeah.
So with that same enthusiasm, let's look at our vision statement. Take it into our hearts and say it together like we really mean it, all right? Awakening humanity to its magnificence by walking the bridge from duality to unity consciousness.
Yes.
Okay, we are one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Patrick
right.
Feren, Dr. Feren, here
You know,
go.
March always feels like a very long month, doesn't it? I guess not. I guess you don't live in my world. But here's the deal. This month is all about fertility. Yes, nurturing those seeds and allowing them to grow in the way that we decide for them to grow. Sound good?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so let's do this little affirmation we have with it. Who remembers it? There we go. You ready? My mind is the fertile ground for love's creation. One more
I
time.
love it so much.
With a whispering voice. No, I'm kidding. My mind is the fertile ground for love's creation. Ooh, that feels nice.
So,
was nice.
that being said, it's great. So Candy asked me a question, so I'm going to use her question to talk about the science of mind. All right, she asked me what the difference was. It was the difference, right? What the difference between beliefs and thoughts are.
Nice. Ooh.
Okay. So what I understand about that is a belief is something that you hold to be true, whatever that is, right? What did Jesus say? It's done unto you as you believe, right? So that's our whole philosophy, really. It's done unto you as you believe. So it's something that you hold true, that you say, this is what the truth is for me. This is belief. I believe the world is a prosperous place. I believe my life is always unfolding perfectly. I just believe that. So then what ends up happening is you start having thoughts. And your thoughts come from your beliefs. Now, it could go the opposite way, and maybe it does. If you think a thought enough, it can turn into a belief. But I think it's easier to think about it like I have beliefs that were either taught to me or I was thinking the same thought over and over again, or when you were a child, you were just fed some beliefs from your parents or your teachers or whatever, and not those, you took those in and made them your own, and then you start to look at the world that way, and then you start to think from that place. Make sense? Candy? Because she says it doesn't make sense, but we'll talk about it more. That's why we take classes.
How I like to look at it,
That-
we have lots of thoughts. What do you believe? We have a lot of thoughts going on in our mind on a daily basis. And so, yeah. So which comes first, but it is done unto us as we believe. And that's the good news and the not so good news. Because we believe a lot of things that don't serve us.
Right.
And so the law doesn't go, oh, he doesn't really mean it. No, it's just what is it that you believe? Let's make that so. And so that's why we keep awareness and why we keep our minds so tuned in, right?
And it tunes into the way we think about the world,
Absolutely.
the way we interpret it. We could all be in different situations and see it totally different based on our belief system. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to say today. It is a whole class, probably a whole semester.
Absolutely.
Diane says.
So, is there anyone here for the first time?
I don't think I see anybody new today.
I need to bring in the understudy? I'll be right. No, I'm just kidding. The one that's pretending. Let's all be new today, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, let's have that newness, that wonderful thing called. So I'm going to tell you this. We know something about ourselves, so why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me what you know?
You are magnificent.
Oh my God, say it again. Wow.
I know, can we say it to them?
You are
magnificent.
magnificent.
You
Now
are,
let's anchor it in as one here, shall we? I am magnificent. We are always connected. We're entangled with everything. So what does that mean? We are magnificent. And now I need my psychic ability to tell me where the camera is.
Oh, it's over here today.
So it's over here just so you wouldn't get used to it over there. So we're just switching all around. We used to be a 3-camera. Now for today, we're one with this energy. Let them know out there who they are. You are magnificent. Now let's just have a human contact here and let each other know who they are. Kyle and Louise, I know you're magnificent. I'm going to say it right out of the gate. Right. You're
a magnificent. You're a magnificent.
And Kyle's magnificent, and Louise, there we go, and cut.
Right.
And cut. There we go.
Now we will bring up our beautiful Reverend Diane, who
Now we can start because Bob and Ann are here and DJ's here. Now we can actually start. We're bringing the wonderful Reverend Diane up here today.
Have fun bringing them down, Diane. I said have fun selling the energy.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys have some amazing energy today.
Whole different, energy. What did you guys do?
We're going to have a brief time of meditation, so I'll ask you to store that energy inside and allow it to nourish your heart as Kyle brings us into meditation.
Every morning, the light keeps getting brighter as I wake up to the truth. Every day, feeling so much lighter, and the world seems fresh and new. What I was taught, the way that I thought, stopped serving me long ago. I'm learning to trust in the God of us. Each day I start anew and so I'm walking away from the thinking held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to confusion. Today is the day I walk away.
As we settle into this time and take a deep breath of the divine, I know that we each are divinely guided, guarded, and protected as we come into this silence together. I speak this word of blessing, knowing that God is in and through everything seen and unseen. It is the clarity, the love, the peace, the well-being, the abundance, the goodness that is God is everywhere present. And so in this moment, I speak this word for this congregation, knowing that each of us is a divine center in the mind of God, each one of us expressing each and every quality of the divine throughout our lives. And so I speak this word knowing that the divine energy of spirit is flowing in and through every muscle, tissue, and fiber of the body temple. We are enlivened and energized by spirit, Every cell is coming closer and closer to perfection that is God, releasing anything unlike the divine. Every muscle, tissue, and fiber of the body temple is made new in this moment. I speak this word of blessing, of abundance, knowing that it is impossible to count the grains of sand on the beaches. It is impossible to count the grains of blessings in our own lives. And so as we settle into that knowing that there is enough and to spare, to give and to share at all times, I allow the goodness that is God to flow in and through unimpeded by me. Sometimes we get in our own way. And so I release that obstacle, I release that blockage, I release anything unlike the divine flow of good in health, in abundance, in creativity, in all the divine wisdom that we need to move through every day. We plant the seed of goodness, and our dreams make them happen. And so in this moment, I allow the seeds that I am planting to come forth as beauty, as love, as well-being, as goodness, as right relationships, past, present, and future, all are healed. What an amazing gift this day is. And so it is that I give thanks for all the goodness that God shows up in our lives as. Every grain of blessing in our lives grows and multiplies in ways that are indeed magnificent. And so we watch with wonder as we release this word to the law of mind and spirit, allowing it to come forth in its own perfect way, in and through each one of us. And if you agree with this word that I have spoken, I'll ask you to join me in saying, and so it is. Mahalo.
Every moment brings a new beginning. By grace, another day to be. As I awaken to see the sun upon me, lighting the way for me to see things that I saw, the way that I thought. Stop serving me long ago. Learning to trust in the God of all of us. Yesterday I let it go. I'm walking away from the thinking that held me for so long. Today is the day I walk away. I'm walking away from the path that led me to such sadness. Today is the day I walk away. Every day I walk away. Today is the day I walk away.
And so it is. Amen.
Okay. So I want to talk. I've been writing these blogs every morning this week because I feel that we have a very powerful spiritual tool in our teaching called spiritual mind treatment. And I feel that it's sometimes misunderstood, and it's sometimes thought of as just a bunch of words. And I've even had people say that, why do you have to talk so long? You know, that they're not getting it. Anyway, what Diane just did for you was a beautiful spiritual mind treatment. It was gorgeous, and it was beautiful, and it was felt. And I would hope that you all felt it. I did. And the reason that she can do that Well, now she's studied for lots and lots of years to be able to do that, as Patrick and I have too, and others that are practitioners. But what I want to share today is the idea that we can all go to that place, and that we can all go to that place of that oneness that we talk about up here with spirit, with God, whatever you want to call it, with that infinite intelligence, that we can all do that if we'll take the time to do it, to actually spend time communing. And I feel that this tool right now is like a very important tool for me. I use it probably 3 and 4 times a day sometimes. You know, if I happen to listen to the news and something comes up and thoughts start to go, then I go straight to spiritual mind treatment to remind me of who I am. And the reason it works is because, as we all know through science, is that we're all entangled. We're entangled with the universe, we're entangled with each other. Our thoughts and our vibration totally matter. How we vibrate is what we attract back to ourselves. So in spiritual mind treatment, what we're doing is shifting our vibration. We're shifting beliefs if we have beliefs that are not serving us. That's what we're doing. So I want to say this first. Sometimes people think it's really hard to change. And I don't know if any of you have done Dr. Joe Dispenza's work and maybe gone to his conferences. Has anybody here been to any of them? Deb has. Okay. One of the things he talks about is the river of change. The river of change from you're here and you have these beliefs and you have this life and you have this illness or whatever it is. You have this financial situation, you have relationship issues, whatever. And you want to get over there. And there's a river of change that you have to go through. And sometimes it's really difficult to get through that river of change. He talks about it all the time. Because what's happening is we have become so used to living on this side where we have these beliefs that it is very comfortable over there. And every time we try to pull ourselves to go to the other side, what's happening is very chemical. It's actually in our bodies. Our minds are our bodies. And they're screaming at us, no, don't make that change. You know, it's not safe. It's, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then what ends up happening is we stay where we are and we start to create more of that because the chemicals in our body want to be replenished and they want more experiences of that, whatever that is. So that makes it hard to change. And I love the song Kyle's saying because sometimes you just have to walk away from that. And I work on that every single solitary day of my life. I work on walking away from the thoughts that don't serve me. And spiritual mind treatment takes me there. It helps me to ground myself. It helps me to shift my beliefs. If I fall off the horse, it helps me to get back onto the belief that I want to encompass and to embody, because it's all about embodiment. And its very first step is its most important step. Well, its very first 2 steps, those are the ones I'm going to talk about today, are the 2 most important steps. If you can work on those 2 steps, everything can change in your life. Everything that you want to have change, or if you need support to get through a difficult time, or if you need to know something different about anything. So the first step, and Diane does her treatments really clearly, the first step is this energy, this spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, is all that it is. Now, it's more than just saying that. We can say, oh, God is all there is, spirit is all there is, everything's spirit, God is love. We could say the words, but they won't do any good if we don't feel them. And as practitioners, we have brought ourselves to the place where we can do that. We can turn on a dime, even if we don't have the time to go into a meditative state. We've practiced it, and you can do the same thing. If you practice it over and over again, coming to that place where you know that there is something amazing, some energy, some source that's amazing, that's showing up everywhere, in and through the plants. I mean, this planet, you just look at the planet, just go out in nature, look at the ocean. You can feel it. You can feel it, whatever you have to do to feel that, and to understand that that's all that there is. That's all that we're working with. I want to use this quote by Charles Fillmore, who was a perfect example of a metaphysician, him and his wife. I mean, they're the ones, now we look at Unity Village, this big, amazing place that was their creation through spirit and through understanding that God was all there is. And he says, of course I have it in small font, but I'll do it. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, wrote, "It is universal substance that man is handling all the time with his spiritual mind. Through your thoughts, you deal with the wonderful spiritual substance, and it takes form in your consciousness according to your thought about it. We use them all the time, either consciously or unconsciously, and we should use them to our advantage and blessing." So we're dealing with spiritual substance. That's what it is. That's what God is. It's spiritual substance. Now in science, we know that spiritual substance is ether. They call it the quantum, they call it whatever they call it. It's the same thing. It's everything, and it's behind everything. And nothing is going to change until it changes from that place. So just take a deep breath. And settle into your heart, because that's where you'll find it. You don't have to go out and look for it. As you just move your breath in and out, it's actually breathing you. You don't even have to do it. You can slow it down and make yourself more conscious of it. But there is something breathing you right here and right now. And that is the universal substance. That is God. And it's closer. There's a beautiful song that says, it's nearer than the air. It's nearer than our breath. It is who we are. That is the place that we bring ourselves to in step one of treatment. We're not trying to change conditions. We're trying to align ourselves with that energy, because we know that if we align ourselves with that infinite substance, that infinite energy, that infinite love, it's pure love, it's never been touched by anything. We know if we align ourselves with that, when we speak our word, it will mean something. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of words. And spiritual mind treatment is not just a bunch of words. It's a movement of energy. And it's important for me. And it's the one reason I'm here on this stage talking to you right now. It's the one reason that I'm spending this philosophy for almost 30 years now. It's the one reason, because I know that it grounds me and it works in my life no matter what I'm going through, and I have been through as much as anybody here. So the second step, and this is the only other one I'm going to deal with today, is I call it identification. That's what Ernest Holmes once called it, was identification. Somehow it got switched to unification. I don't know the story about all that, but I like identification because identification means that I identify myself with that. If it's everything, then I don't have to go look for it. It's right here. I am it. That's where I'm speaking my word from. I am that energy. I am that source. I am that power. I am that light. I am that individualization of all of that I'm talking about right now. Those two steps, if I can embody those two steps, the title of our talk today is Sowing the Invisible. The substance. We're sowing that substance. We're growing, we're expanding, we're shifting our consciousness, we're shifting our thoughts. If we come about something in life that is so hard, we hardly think we can handle it, there is a place within us that can handle it. There is a place within us that can handle it, and that we can see it in others and attract whatever it is we need into our lives to move through whatever we're moving through. So nothing in this teaching ever said everything's going to be like la-di-da and easy and that it's all good. It is all good in a sense. But we live on this earth, on this planet, with stuff happening. And what are we going to do about it? What are we going to think about it? What are we going to believe about it? That's what it's all about. And what spiritual mind treatment does is helps us to align our thoughts with a bigger energy and to keep it going, not to just think about it and say a bunch of words and then let it go. Because we can go back to it again and again, and the more that we go back to it, the more we start to form beliefs that are coming from a different place. Then, like, I have a belief that my life is always unfolding perfectly, no matter what. It's always unfolding perfectly, no matter what. That's my belief that I embrace. So if something shows up that doesn't look like it's unfolding perfectly, I go back to that, and I treat about that. I treat for that belief. And I say, okay, I'm feeling a little, you know what, right now, because this happened or that happened. And then what ends up happening is my energy shifts. It has to. It does, because it's science. It's scientific. So I just wanted to share that with you today, because I've been very focused on the idea that we all have our healing modalities, that this is something we can add to our toolbox. And that, yeah, I would love for you all to become practitioners and spend 6 years studying it. And I think that's important, and I'm not degrading that we didn't do that. And we did. But I'm also knowing that it's an important tool. It's called affirmative prayer, but what it is knowing the truth about ourselves and about whatever situation we're in. And the truth is that there's always something present that within us that will carry us through whatever it is we need to be carried through. If that, we can surrender to it, we can lay back in it, we can just be the most beautiful, beautiful spiritual beings, being supported and totally, totally immersed in that energy, and know that no matter what's in front of us, the most difficult thing, it's there, it's here, it's everywhere. So I just wanted to share that with you today, and I'm going to end it with doing a treatment, just a short one. I won't do a long one. So let's just take a deep breath. I'm just going to do a treatment for our world, and then, because we can treat for other things, but I think if we all come together and use our energy, whatever that is, like, you know, if we have Reiki energy, if we have anything, we can put it into this word that I'm going to speak. Because I'm going to go to a place, I like to close my eyes because I like to just go within and not be distracted by anything on the outside. To know that within myself, within each and every one of us, there is a power. Not just some power. It is all power. It is all energy. It is source. It's never been touched by anything. It is moving through and as everything on this planet and beyond. It is creating this amazing place within myself and within us that is always supported, always knows exactly what to do in every single solitary second, because we are it. And I know that we are it, and this planet is it. And I know that this power is love. It's pure, pure love. And it is making itself known right here and right now in our world. It is moving through our leaders. It cannot be tossed aside, because it is a very vibrancy and truth of who they are also. And so I know as we align ourselves and as we lift ourselves higher, that it's felt everywhere. And even if it's just a tiny little light in some place, somewhere, it's magnified because we have met here today and felt it together. So I know that there is a place where peace is. There is a place where peace is, and it is right here, right now. It is not anywhere else. It is right here and right now, and that we are, and I mean we are, all of us, awakening to it, knowing that it is the truth of who we are, who each and every one of us is, what this planet is, what this country is, what this world is, and that it is the truth. It is the truth that peace is, because this loving energy, this loving power is peace. It is love. It is everything, and nothing can deny that, for it is making itself known right here and right now. So I just let that be so. I let that be so. And I give gratitude for it already being present and already being done, as I just take this word that I have spoken and I release it as law, and I look for it everywhere, because the law always says yes to each of us. And so I just let it be as I affirm, and so it is. Thank you.
Imagine what you want, get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Careful what you ask for, be sure it's really what you want. 'Cause your mind is made for thinking, and energy follows thought. Mind is in control, even when you do not know. If you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Whenever you're sleeping, your dreams take you away. Go on with your dreaming, listen to what they say. If you hear spirits talking, their wisdom can't be bought. Apply it to your thinking, energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you do not know. If you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Imagine what you want and get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. Careful what you say. Remember, energy follows thought. So be careful what you say. Remember, energy follows thought. So be careful what you say.
Thought. And the geckos of the world have come forth. And our little beautiful Quanta loves geckos, so I was going, run, gecko, run. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, people in the front row know because they watched the little one go across. I love this topic today about sowing the invisible, because I really believe that for myself, I don't land in it as much, except for this week has been very powerful. And speaking of energy following thought, yesterday our beautiful Alex was here, and with all this energy in this room, and you should have seen when we first came in, it was just like, wow. Now it's kind of settled in now that you've returned. And give it up for Alex, who had a beautiful one yesterday. So I want you to really, not as a school teacher, listen, but I want you to really let this land, because I believe with everything, and what I believe it is done unto me as I believe. Before you had a name, before anyone saw your face, you were a statistical impossibility. I want you to hear that. Before you have this name, before you have all of this life, before you did any of that, you were a statistical impossibility. They said it was 1 out of 400 trillion that you could even be here. So out of millions of possibilities, one moment aligned. One. And here you are. What more do you need? And here you are. But there is a deeper truth that I discovered with this. Before you were physical, you were invisible. Let it land. I'm not rushing anything today. This was an idea, a possibility, and a seed in the mind of infinity, of the infinite. Think of that. You are here right now. There was none of this evidence that we had to have, no form, and most of all, no guarantee. No guarantee. And yet, this is my favorite part of this, and yet, something unseen said yes. Yes to us. Yes. So my question was, with all of this being once an impossibility, to now being here right now, proving it, because I was once invisible, and now I'm physical, with still my invisible roots. Does that make sense? So my question is, how could I ever doubt my power to demonstrate anything? And when that landed with me, it made me want to just weep, because I could feel all the so-called lessons that we've learned throughout our lives, and the times that I doubted, and it always came through, right? That's why it was a perfect lead-in with this idea of steps 1 and 2, because that's all we need. And then we become a walking demonstration. Now, that's easier said than done sometimes. So we're talking trust, right? We're talking trust. How do you get to trust that what I put in, my intention, I put that into the field that is right here? Bless you. Wow, you look good for invisible. You look really good. So I was wondering what this idea is, this supposed space in between the intention and the demonstration. And it feels as though that's invisible, that nothing's going on. There's so much going on. There is so much going on. I love what, I believe it was the Peaceful Warrior, when he said, the kid says, young man says, there's nothing going on, there's nothing going on. There's never nothing going on. There are no ordinary moments. It has never happened and never will. And I have just been vibrating so much lately, and so I had to, of course, ask my Uncle Chat what these goosebumps were all about. But then I stopped myself, because I said, you know what it's about. When you get to call it whatever you want, chicken skin, whatever's happening, when you hit kind of a truth moment, it's just there to remind us. It's that built-in mechanism that reminds us, hey, Patrick, you're on to something, man. And my inner self talks like that, by the way. So in the science of mind, we are not hoping that something will happen. We are cooperating with something that already is. Now that seems to be, not maybe for this room, but it seems to be a very difficult part about the invisible. Because we can't see the invisible, but boy, do we spend a lot of time looking at the world of conditions. Because we can see that. We supposedly can count on that. Right? We see it, we feel it, the bank account, the money, the health, whatever. And we see that. That's what we have. And we were talking the other day about how, when you go to a physical, I have one on the 13th, Friday the 13th. I'm kidding. It's April 13th, though. And there's a part of me, And then I'm having a lovely procedure this week, and I won't get into it because then there'll be a visual. But I'm having, and here's the deal. I'm not going to wait until someone comes out and tells me it's okay for me to be health. That it's okay. Now I go, whew, right? Oh, okay. I go to have procedures and tests in case my little alignment has been a little whacked or something, then I'm going to deal with whatever comes out. It's not about whose fault it is and whose fault it isn't. But I want to find out what's going on, this invisible. And what happens in treatment, right here, we'll say, I am wealthy. Because anything you put after I am is who you are. That's not just a pretty little phrase. I am wonderful. Yes, you are. I am miserable. Yes, you are. I am poor. Yes, you are. And because we're so powerful in the invisible, I'm going to make that so. It said yes. Remember to you? That little whisper that said yes? So I'm sitting there thinking, so what is it that, and then I go through the whole treatment. And I know that all my bills are paid in full and everything is wonderful. And you're like, yes. And so it is. Until you start micromanaging and now asking where it is. Have you ever done that? Oh, yeah, I have an intention. Where is it? The moment I do that, all of my frequency is now back to zero, and I have to build myself back up again. It's exhausting. I don't know if any of you have ever done that. And then we say, well, we're just human. Really? We're still using that one? We're still using I'm just human for the excuse not to realize our potentiality that is so great? So this is a very, very hard philosophy because we spend all of our time wanting to let you know how powerful you are. And I know that that takes a lot of time out of your day when we do that because we say, yeah, but I still have life to deal with. Yeah. We're saying, yes, we do. But how are we going to respond to it? So once again, here, I make an intention. Here, I thought I heard a dog. Anyway, it's in my field. Okay, so that's it right there. That's the end of it. Now, when I make a demand, and I do mean a demand upon my universal flow, I bring that end through the field back to me now. And then I live from that kind of confidence. But this is what, and it isn't about making it and then going, oh, the frequency's gonna, oh, this is what, no. We stand with confidence, knowing that I have spoken my word, and I'm not to change you, but I've spoken my word that my world unfolds easily, effortlessly, and always in my favor, no matter what. But I don't chase after it. And every mystic has told us that, and they'll continue to tell that, and Mystic Patrick will continue to tell you that too. The time is, the balancing act can end at any time that we choose it. Does that mean we won't have problems? Of course not. But this is what it does when you don't get in and manage it. I read the other day, someone said, I know how to really manage my stress. Who the hell wants to manage stress? I don't mean we don't have it. I don't want to manage it. I want to release it. Yes? Why not? Unless you've got a better idea, then please bring it up. So this invisible thing has been, so what happens here is this invisible, it goes through the invisible, it was never invisible, and then comes through here. And now you've bet, and it attracts to you. There's a reason why they call it law of attraction, not a law of I'll go see how it's doing. I'm going to micromanage it until it's here, and then I'll be able to believe it. So we are taught we have to believe it before we see it, or this one that your wonderful mystic here came up with. There is no way to see the visible until we have allowed ourselves to feel the invisible. That is I think you could do a little bit better than that. That was like, yeah. Lordy. It's because you're not used to me all like, And the reason I say that is because we do make these wonderful statements, and then I believe, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes, especially since we don't wear shoes, I want you to know that we have been addicted to the conditional world a lot longer than we have realized who we are in the invisible world. So it might take a little more time, but we have to make the agreement. We have to make the agreement that we are willing to live differently, to be something different now. And last little point here on my wonderful book, the memoir of a little man, finding the prince in the ashes of chaos, dysfunction, and mental illness. Now, isn't that a showstopper? Here's what I know about that. This is what I found out in my study about what went on with me in that book. Who's ever read it? I know some people in this room have. I said, what I didn't realize at the time She's like, lighten up, Dad. Okay. Yes, I give my cat a voice. Yeah. What I didn't realize at the time is that something was being planted in me. That little boy, something was being planted in me, in the invisible. And guess where the invisible lives? In case you guys didn't know, I'm going to let it in on the secret. It lives in your imagination. It lives in what you can imagine. That's where the invisible lives. And I realized that that invisible was a resilience I couldn't explain. Have you ever had that? Wonder how you ever got through it? How'd you ever get through it? It wasn't just resilience or lucky or crossed your fingers. You got through it because of who you are. That the odds were against you and you're still here. Even those people. And then a vision I couldn't see yet. I knew that as a little boy. A vision I couldn't see yet. And this is who Patrick Feren is. And a knowing that there had to be more. There had to be more than the incredible misery and struggle that was going on in that show. There had to be more. And I think that that's something that we can all realize, and to some degree, is that there can be more. So I will end with this beautiful quote. Wow, you guys look like, damn, are there snacks? I really do, in all honesty, find this thing called life and this discovery that we are doing moment to moment an absolute honor. It's an honor to go through this. Not this philosophy, not the teaching, to go through that idea that we are these walking demonstrations. In times like these, your inner guidance is not a small thing. In times like these, your inner guidance is not a small thing. It's everything. It's everything. I love you. You look really good for all you went through to get here. Wow. Is this what the invisible looks like? I like it. Namaste. And there they are, Kyle and Luis. They were a part of that 1 out of 400 trillion too that managed to get the seed where it belongs. Welcome, guys.
Mind is in control, even when you do not know. If you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. So imagine what you want, get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say. Remember, energy follows thought, so be careful what you say.
The baby.
I think
She says, I smell
she smells
a gecko. I smell a gecko. While we're here, isn't this beautiful? Yeah. Miss Yana is the artist on that one, and she has a few more back there, too. Thank you for sharing that with us. It used to be a candle. This is much better. And she's going to change them every month, just so you can see what. Yeah, Yana.
So, thank you so much for what you give today. And I know for myself that when we give, I never worry about money, really. I have such great faith that as I give, I receive, that I just the way I live my life and have been living it for the last probably around 20 years when I finally got the hang of it. But anyway, so whatever you give today, just know it comes back to you 100-fold. And thank you, because Center for Spiritual Living Kauai is a beautiful entity in the field of substance, and substance coming from finances and money assists in growing it and allowing us to be here on the island. So thank you for what you give today.
Yes.
It means a lot, all right, to
Yes.
all of us. Thank you.
We're all the gardeners.
So Kyle and Louise have a song, I think.
Thank you.
All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Let's just take a moment to just beautifully bless this abundance and to know that it goes forth to heal and prosper and bless not just us, but the whole world, really. And that I'm so grateful for it, grateful for Center for Spiritual Living Kauai that sustains us all here on this island and sustains those that don't come here, but they know who we are, and they are grateful too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
So it is.
All right, so
Do we not have the coolest breeze coming through today?
I know.
I think we'll order that as kind of a full-time thing.
It's our own natural air conditioning.
So
Okay.
we have the food drive that continues, and we thank you, Reverend Diane and
We'll do
Sue.
this last.
Yeah,
and
exactly. And
We're
Angela
still
left.
open for coffee donations to help us with the ever-rising prices of coffee.
And honey, who knew it would go
knew
from
honey
$13 to $20?
$20.
Boom!
I know, right?
Honey!
So it's all right, but you know what? When the universe makes a demand on
Demand.
itself, it meets the demand. Sometimes it comes as a person bringing a can of coffee, which happened last week.
This
Not
way.
to be mentioned, but he can
Okay,
tell you.
this.
Okay, Namaste Singers they're in hiatus right now. Is that all they need to know? They're going to start back up on, yeah,
There's
there's sign-ups
sign-ups in the
still.
back.
And they're going to start back up on April 23rd is what I understand. So they're in hiatus right now. but they are still open to new people.
Yep.
And Yoga Flow is still going wonderfully with Jeanette back there.
And Quanta.
And Quanta. And she does chair yoga also at 10:10. She does yoga at 9, and then chair yoga at 10:10.
We are getting such wonderful feedback.
We have a beautiful film this week. It's the magic of the Anne Frank's diary. And it's so perfect for this time and space.
Right.
So I don't know if you've seen it. It's not the Anne Frank story. It's about her diary and why it's still so popular now. And it's a very short film. It's only 51 minutes, but we're going to have a nice discussion after it. So 6 o'clock on Friday. Yes? What else is happening this week? We have a lot.
Then beach cleanup is this Saturday with Leslie at 9:30 a.m.
And then we won't go into April except for the one. And then, Isha's doing a sound healing on March 31st.
How many have been to her beautiful, beautiful evenings?
Oh my God, they're so wonderful.
Do not miss it because it is incredible.
If you need some peace of mind and just to be bathing in the quantum, do it with Isha. It's wonderful on March 31st at 6. Yeah. And then the only other thing we want to talk about is that on the 5th of April is our pancake breakfast here for Easter Sunday. And so spread the word so we can have lots of fun that day. And the Quantum Garden Retreat, which will be a retreat of immersing ourselves basically in spiritual mind treatment and being with nature.
Through its workshops.
Through its workshop experiential. So it's the Quantum Garden Retreat. It's taking place on April 25th from 9 to 3:30. And there's only 6 spots available.
And everything's covered, your food for the day.
Everything is covered,
entertainment. No,
so I think that's all.
I think we are good with that one. We're going to talk thing, and then we're going to do something very special. As many of you know, or maybe don't know, that Angela will be gone for a couple months as she recovers from her knee. I like to call it procedure. I love the word procedure.
She's getting new knees.
She's getting new knees.
She's very happy about it.
And she's getting new knees. So what that means to us as a community, one, we're going to do this in just a moment, a little ritual, but it also means that in order for her to come back to us, Rev Rita and Rev Patrick are taking over that part of it too, because we had very little to do, so we figured that we would add something into that. But we are more than happy to do that. But how that looks to us as a community, that there's not a lot as much as we think to do in this community. It can be an hour, it can be 2 hours. It doesn't have to be, we're coming up with a kind of a new structure while it's her and I. But what we do need is the Malama team strong. And with that, I've already heard by popular demand how some people do not want to come here at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever time is told. You're going to essentially be greeters. That's the most important thing for us, to greet and take care of the center, so we're not doing that. And so when you come in and to help, I mean, we don't have a problem here, but to help people come in and like for meditation, and to get to their seats and to really take part.
Take them to the bookstore.
Take them to the bookstore. Let them know what's going on.
Talk about the center, just to be greeters.
Yeah, and the new people especially. So we have a whole plan. We're sitting down this week. But what we really need you to do is just to say, I'm willing. I understand that not everybody wants to lift. So another idea came out from the Invisible. What we're going to do with snacks, and especially on Easter, because there's going to be a lot of people here. When we're finished eating, this is just a simple thing. We finish eating, we always throw our stuff away, and then we take our chair, the plastic chair, the little plastic chair, and we take it back to those that are standing up like that, and we put it down. By the time everyone's gone, there won't be anything to have to tear down, because all the seats will be back over. Is that a brilliant idea or what? And here's the deal. You get up and you go, I can't really lift the chair, then you go like this. Hi, can you help me? Will you take my chair over to there? So I'm just giving ideas of how we can spare time and still have us community and coming together. And so we have a thing that Rita and I said, we have not a problem in the world of calling you personally. not a problem in the world, to call you and go, we need some help. We really do. And plus, that gives us a chance to chat. So that's what we're going to do as we set everything up. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I don't.
And so when you walk through those doors, where Angela would be, it's me. Come in. Come in.
All right.
There's some floors to wipe over here. I'm kidding you.
All
I'm
right.
kidding
Well,
you.
there'll be more coming about that.
So-
but if you're interested in helping, please
Hey, not
go
really.
sign up. All right. But I
So
wanna,
let's do a beautiful ritual for our girl. What we thought is,
well, let's bring her up here first.
why let her go into that, and why let her without us giving
Let's not make her go up the steps.
her,
Let's put her right here. Right.
giving her love.
Oh.
And so
That's
what we're
gonna
going
be
to do
right,
is we're going to infuse her with all of, Marion, can you take the, yeah. So we ran this by her first. It's very evangelistic. So what we're going to do is we're going to let her sit here, and we're going to feed her and infuse her with so much love as we do a treatment for her and her immediate recovery. Because in the mind of good, in this field that we've been talking about all day, it's all done. It's all done. Yeah, we love you.
Thank you.
We love you. Okay, so there we go.
You want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. We love you. You're going to be fine. Oh.
And
See you in our teaching.
it's not that it's about me, but we both have a procedure on the same day in the same hospital.
So in our teaching, we do, people think we don't believe in medicine. We do.
Oh, of course
it's the
we do.
hands of God working through those surgeons, working through the nurses, working through the medicine. And once we accept that, then everything can happen. So let's just know that for Angela
And
right
no
now.
matter, there is no time or space, so anybody wants to say how long it's going to take for her to recover, please don't.
Yeah.
Because she could be up and at it next week. Please do.
All right,
Okay.
so let's take a deep breath together. Do whatever is yours to do, if it's Reiki, whatever. And let's
Just receive, my darling.
Let's bathe
Just
ourselves
receive.
in this beautiful, amazing energy of perfection that is never been touched by anything. It's never been touched by anything. It is all power. It is all energy. It is all source. And it is moving through and as everything in this moment. It is moving through each and every one of us, through the word I'm speaking, through the breath we're breathing. And it is moving through Angela right here and right now, because she is part of that field of perfection. She is part of that field of perfection. And whatever needs to be released right now is released. Any thought that might be blocking that is just taken and just falls into the nothingness from which it came. And what I know is that that identity, that energy, that source is Angela. It is all of us, and we are all here together to support this beautiful journey that she is on, knowing that it is unfolding from the highest place, that every hand that touches her, every medicine she takes, anything, it's all God, it's all good, and it is all moving her to her wholeness, which is already present, really, and it is rising up within her, even as I speak this word. And so I just give gratitude for that as I pass this to Patrick.
And I am glad to take the torch on behalf of this beautiful, beautiful light being, Angela. I know that everything is unfolding with ease and with grace, and that anything that is required, anything from this moment on, from moment to moment, has already been required in the mind of good. That thing called love is infused and moving through and as Angela, and in her ethereal bodies and her beautiful temple body that is right here and right now. All of those doctors, everyone, the cleaning people at Wilcox is all doing everything on behalf of Angela. The universal flow is conspiring right now on Angela's behalf. And I know that with no time passing in the quantum field, nothing, no time, no space, that Angela will be returned right here and right now in this divine moment called health, called vitality. And she will be dancing like she never danced before, with these universal knees that are about to be placed right where she is. All pain is gone, it's gone, and all that's left is this wonderful, wonderful light being. So I just say thank you. I say thank you because the universe has already said what?
Yes.
Yes. The universe has said what?
Yes.
And on behalf of that, I just say thank you, mahalo, mahalo. Let's let it go, let it be, and so it is. And now, this is her song.
Times in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me,
lean on me.
When you're not strong, I'll be free. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Call on the brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you understand. We all need somebody to lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Yeah, call on me, brother, you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. We all need somebody to lean on.
Yeah.
We've got treats by Kiana. We want to thank everybody that has given today and has been in service, and we want to especially thank Kiana. We send you off with lots of treats and love. So thank you.
And we all know what to do with our chair when we're done, right?
Woohoo! Thank you, everyone. What? Angela, why don't you go first? She's saying. What?